Excuse me. Excuse me. I have some Krispy Kreme on my shirt over here, and I got to get it off because, I had to go celebrate James Harden, Mr. Donut. I mean, what was that last night when I was watching James Harden? This just in, James Harden, your name is officially Donut Harden. You're finished. You're finished. That guy getting a contract extension in Philadelphia, bring me Simmons back. I'd rather have that loser sitting on the side in those screwed up outfits than watch Jelly run around and not do anything. Holy cow. Hey, there's a prime example of somebody not taking care of their body. There's a prime example of somebody not giving a shit about their craft. That's exactly what you get. You know why LeBron James and Tom Brady have excelled for the amount of time that they've excelled in their careers? Because they gave a shit about investing in themselves. They ate right. They slept right. They trained right. Fat guy Harden thought he was just going to shoot threes his entire career. And then he was leaned on to do something. He couldn't deliver. That was embarrassing. The reason why I say this to you, you went through 5 years of tanking to watch a fat guy go up and down the court for 48 minutes. Congratulations to you. Thank God I cover football. I don't cover a sport where you could show up a fat ass, cry your way out of Brooklyn, eat your way out of Houston. Thank God. Thank God I cover a sport that people actually care what they do. I'm going to have a little load management. I'm going to miss the Cowboy game. Okay, you're going to miss the Cowboy game? Well, how about this one? You can miss the rest of the games. Hit the like button. Guys, thank you so much for coming aboard. What a fat guy. I got to be politically correct because I can't say boy, so I'm going to go fat guy. He's a fat guy wearing a Sixer uniform. You had a head case and Ben Simmons wearing one. Now you got a fat turd wearing a Sixer uniform. Congratulations to you. Be bounced in this round. Trust me. You'll be bounced. Joel Embiid? Dude, that's a shame he's always hurt, especially in the postseason. Let's move on. Let me ask you guys this. You think Big Sills is arrogant? You think I'm arrogant? You think I handle myself with some confidence? Do you think I have bravado, whatever you want to call it? Oh, swagger. Do you think I have that? Cocky. Thank you, Paul. Duck says a little. Okay. Hey, I'm going to get to your takes in a second. I love everybody lining up. You guys are awesome. By the way, we've upset the Browns fans because I'm calling Baker Mayfield Baker Couch in honor of the great Tim Couch. We're honoring who's a bigger number one overall stiff, Jamarcus Russell or Baker Mayfield. And, of course, according to Browns fans are this. They're killing me on my Twitter at Dan Sileo Show. Jamarcus Russell's worse. Okay, you win. Hey, you win. You're right. Jamarcus Russell's worse. He's worse. That drank cough syrup and a little tequila or a little vodka in my cough syrup. How you doing, Big Sills? That's the great. You win. You're right. Baker Couch sucks second. Oh, my God. We know how to stir it up here. So I was actually watching Angelo on WIP this morning. I should say I was listening. How about Howie? Who am I right now? I'm swinging it. Hold on. Wait. What am I doing? What am I doing right now? What am I doing? Tell me what I'm doing. What am I doing? I'm swinging it. Yeah, Angie. See, now this is how I heard it. People are going, he didn't say what you're going to say, Sileo. Okay? Big balls Howie. Yeah. I'm actually liking that. Okay? Howie's throwing some pipe around. He's going around making all the rounds. Like this guy was, I don't know. Like this guy's like Charles Lindbergh and the Canyon of Heroes. Yeah, man. Here's Howie. Here's Howie going down Broad Street. This guy's taking victory laps. Oh, yeah, by the way, WIP, Fanatic, Eagles, Sixers. I'm not sure about the Phillies. I know the Flyers do. Welcome aboard. Howie's name should be Howie Wood. Howie Wood. He's throwing the wood around. Hey, look at Howie Wood. Here's how I heard that interview. You tell me if I heard it wrong. Hey, Ange. Angelo Cataldi. Hey, Ange. Got you one already. Oh, wait a minute. You got the Philadelphia Eagle fans a super you. Not Doug Peterson. Not Nick Foles. Not that 17 team. Jason Kelsey. Lane Johnson. You. Like I told you, that Super Bowl ring should have world champion Philadelphia Eagles Howie Wood. They should have Howie Wood on it. Nobody's name should be on it but Howie's. Wow. Ange. Got you one. Got you one, Ange. Trust the process. Trust the process. I was like, does this dude think he has a Super Bowl contending team? Angelo threw that out there to him. Of course, he danced around it, but he kind of danced around it, and Big Sills kind of took it. Okay, Mr. Howie Wood. Yeah, trust the process. Instead of saying, no, we still have some things to do in building the roster. Trust the process. Trust the process. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at that. How many people believe that the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl contenders in 2022? I do not. Sorry, Howie Wood. This guy was thrown. I can't lift it. Man. Woo! Howie was throwing that thing around, man. Yeah. I got you. I got you. I got you. Oh, I got you? Okay. Tell me I heard it wrong. Woo! This guy threw that thing right on Angelo's console, man. Trust the process. I got you. Yeah. I was like, damn, this guy's got it going on. Woo! Philadelphia Eagles contending for a Super Bowl. Okay. How many people believe that they're Super Bowl contenders in 2022? I'm going to start reading you. Alberto, the NFC, not so harsh right now. Clayton, a few secondary trades, and we could talk about it. Okay? Dang, so the Eagles, I'll get back. Hey, the Eagles, sadly won't make a deep playoff run with that Dookie secondary. Thank you for keeping it real, Matt. Hey, Birdman, thank you, brother. Howie needs his own JAKIB show. Yeah, you know what it's called? The Hour of Laughter. You know, hey, sports take is awesome. No take, Howie would. Yeah, trust the process. Yeah, got you one already. I did. No one else. I did it. Throwing around a little bit of swagger. Should give his ass the turnover chain. Let's give Howie Roseman, or AKA Howiewood, got to throw that thing on there. Man, I got to say, I was impressed. I was impressed. Xander's like, if he wins a Super Bowl in the next 2 years, you can slap. He can slap you in the face with his ding-dong or cannoli. Absolutely. He can hit me in the face with his cannoli. Stop it. Stop it, Howie. Stop it. Oh, my God. I'm being annihilated by Howiewood. Hey, he can do it naked. I'll do it naked. He can hit me in the face with his cannoli. Holy cow. Dude, I was laughing so hard this morning. Trust the process. People were like, Sileo, excuse me. He wasn't saying that. Yeah, he was. This guy, hey, seriously, man. This guy's walking around like he's an elephant. Like this. How you doing? I'm Howie Roseman. Who are you? What's your name again? Don't ever doubt me. Don't ever doubt me. Wow. I was like, damn, man. These guys don't even have helmets yet. And Howie's taking victory laps for his draft. The kid he drafted can't pass rush and didn't at Georgia. Do I think he will? Yes. I'm not going to start dogging people out here to prove a point, but I do think Howie needs to pump the brakes a tad. You still don't know if your quarterback's a dude. You still don't know if that guy can get it done. Hey, everybody feels good right now. It's May 3rd, man. We won the offseason. Shit. We won the Spring Football League. We did it. What kind of trophy do you get? Well, here, you get this. Shit, not even Geno's would give you a full month's worth of sandwiches, man. You didn't win shit yet, bro. You still got to find out if that guy's the guy. How he throwing that wood around. Trust the process. I got you one. Me. No one else. I built that MFer. I brought Dougie Fresh in. I fired Dougie Fresh's ass. Got rid of Wentz's ass. I'm redoing it again. Because I'm the Mac. Okay. Oh, wow. Well, let's dissect that a tad. Who are the top? Do you think the Eagles are a top 5 team in the NFC? Are the Eagles a top 5 team in the NFC? Hey, by the way, Lord Brunson, bottom of the hour. Merril Reese, hour number 2 at 4:30 Eastern. Hey, confirmed. Keith Jackson, Keith Byers, and tomorrow, Kevin Colbert, the general manager of the Pittsburgh Steelers, will be with us. Davey Boy, top 2. Steel's listening from a beach. Oh, yeah, baby. Way to go, Gravy. Yes, I do, Big Sills. Okay, let's take a look at that. Who are the top 5 teams in the NFC? Well, Rams, defending champs. Bucks. '49ers. Think 49ers? Arizona. Okay. You think that Philly's better than Arizona? Saints. No way, the Saints. They killed them last year. Would you put Aaron Rodgers third? Packers. Arizona? Are the Eagles the 5th best team in the NFC? Are they? Number 5, the Eagles. Could the Eagles beat any one of those 4 teams in a playoff game with that quarterback? Ask yourself that. Howie would. They would get killed by the Rams. The Bucks destroyed them just a few months ago. Packers, when we start to get to 3, Packers losing Devontae Adams, that's a thing. Arizona, I don't know how good Arizona is on defense. You think this team could beat the Vikings and Kirk Cousins? I think you're probably in the conversation with the Vikings. I think you're in the conversation with the Vikings. The Vikings have a better quarterback. Kirk Cousins is superior to Jalen Hurts. He's superior. You got a better running attack with Dalvin Cook. Okay? Xander goes, you're not about to tell the Eagles fans they won't beat the Vikings. Huh. So you think you're better than the Vikings? I'm asking. Absolutely. You think your secondary could stop a guy who's got 6 4,000-yard passing years in Jefferson and Dalvin Cook? You think you have a better offense than the Minnesota Vikings? You're high. You're high. Jefferson is all that of A.J. Brown. Okay? He's all that. And they got a pretty good receiving core there. Their line's not bad, and they got a running back who's a perennial 1,300-yard guy. What are you talking about? You're probably comparable on defense. You don't really think you have a better offense than the Vikings do. Your quarterback couldn't start in Minnesota. Your running back couldn't start in Minnesota. And A.J. Brown is all right there with Jefferson. He ain't better than him. They're even. They're comparable. I would say probably Devontae, but who's that white kid that plays up there in Minnesota? Okay? Who's that white kid that plays up there that's on the other side? That's a pretty decent receiving core in Minnesota. Guys get 6 4,000-yard passing years. Right? 30. When was this? 38-7. The stream will remind you. Dude, that's ancient history. I'm talking about 2022. Okay? That's ancient history, homie. I'm talking about right now. Let's go get it. Let's go. You think A.J. Brown's better than Jefferson? I don't know about that. I don't know. Adam Thielen's pretty good on the other side, homie. That's a pretty good tandem up there, too. And a quarterback that's got, like I said, 4,000 passing yard seasons. That's a pretty good offense. Screw Cousins. Cousins is a loser. Oh, okay, then what's Jalen? Come on now. By the way, that's Xander's dark horse. How you doing? How you doing? Thielen, Jefferson versus Brown and Smith. Comparable. Absolutely. But then you got the quarterback, and he's not comparable to Cousins. The running back's better too. What are you seeing here? What are you talking about here? Your O-line's better. The Eagles' O-line's better. It is. Did the Vikings make the playoffs? No, you're right. The Eagles played one more week. My point is, Howie's going around. Man, I can't even lift that cannoli, man. Man. We're Super Bowl contenders. Got to beat the Vikings first, dog. Then you can talk about Arizona, Packers, Bucks, and Rams. Hey, first beat the Cowboys. Was JV last year versus Dallas. Come on, man. Got some work to do here. But see how he's walking around going, how's my hair look? You guys got a green room? You got a green room here at WIP? Yeah. Look how we look. How he looks like a model. Where do I sit? Oh, on the throne? Thank you. How you doing? I got you, bro. One above all. You heard it too. I got you, bro. I got you. Yes, sir, man. I was listening to that. I was like, damn, look at Howie. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Lonzo Harris, a.k.a. Howie Wood. Yes, sir. I was a little taken by that. Seriously, man. Hey, man. He was going around. So, hey, he's going to go everywhere now in Philly. Doug who? Oh, yeah, the guy in Jacksonville. I wish him nothing but the best. Carson, see him a couple times a year. Should be called the Philadelphia Howieagles. They should rename the team the Philadelphia Rosemans. Woo! I'm here. Hold on, gotta make sure I'm presentable for Howie. Hold on here now. There we go. Good? Presentable? Whoo, man. Oh. Angie, what were you saying? I'm sorry, I missed it. I was looking at myself in the vanity mirror. Are we Super Bowl contenders? I got you one, man. Trust the process. I'll get it done. Because I'm the general manager of the offseason. I won this bitch. Kobe Dean in the third. Yeah. Yeah, gravy. I'm drunk on some Howie Roseman. That thing's better than a white wine spritzer. I drank me a tequila filled with Howie. Woo. listened to that interview with Angelo. Man, What drug are you on, Dan? Oh, Zach, I'm on the Howie Roseman drug. Howie says you're Super Bowl contenders. Trust the process. I got you. Woo! I'm getting a little hot over here. Just thinking about what's the record? What's the record? 13 and what is it? 13-4 now? Man. Every pick I drafted, these mothers are going to turn out to be Pro Bowlers. How you doing? Woo! Hang on. That's where I put it, Angie. Don't ask me about winning Super Bowls. I got you. I'm the Theo Epstein. I deliver dreams. I brought the people of Philadelphia a Super Bowl. Me. Trust the process. I got you. Xander goes like this to me. He goes, Sills, how you feel about that? I actually like it. No, W2. Geez, you hating? No. Actually, I'm not hating it. Actually, I like that he's taking victory laps. Howie Lombardi, I love that. Hey, Ernest, I told Xander this. And Xander goes, Sills, don't you like that? Yeah. You should feel awful cocky about what you've done this offseason. You should. You should be taking victory laps. Absolutely. You're now more in the bullseye now, though, and your boy better pan out. Okay? So you're putting pressure on Jalen Hurts here doing this. You understand this, right? Howie Roseman has put pressure now on Jalen 10 times what it was yesterday. I gotcha. Oh, okay. Come on, player. Hey, Sileo. Don't hate the man, hate the game. I just deliver the goods. Now they got to go out and do it. Okay, man. All right. Jalen Hurts. Hey, today, like we said yesterday, we're going to look at the NFC East. And we're going to take a look at their off seasons and their draft. Also, Lord Brunson's going to be with us. I want to take a quick time out before we get to him. Do me a favor. Guys, I'll start reading all your stuff. I gotcha. Keep it here on the National Football Show.
Stream on a Roku, Fire Stick, Android TV, or Apple TV? Now you can watch 6ABC 24/7 with the 6ABC Philadelphia streaming app.
The big story on Action News.
Search 6ABC Philadelphia and start streaming today.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Lincoln Financial Field is home to more than just our hometown team. It's a landing place for dreams. Invest in the future of our students from all over Philadelphia and get an exclusive tour of the stadium at the Block's Aspire to Dreams Gala, hosted by Brian Taff of 6ABC. While we aspire to build, our students aspire to dream. Join us for the Block's Gala on Thursday, May 5th at Lincoln Financial Field. Seats are limited, so reserve yours today at blocks.org/gala.
In Philadelphia, we celebrated the miracle with pride only 5 years ago. And then the following morning, IBEW Local 98 members went back to work, building this city, rescuing our communities from decay, and inspiring the young men and women of the region to take pride in who we are. Like the Cats, Local 98 members believe in hope.
To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities with Local 98, visit us, IBEW98.org.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Hang on here. I gotta. Hang on. There. Better. Gotcha. Woo, man. Gotta love it when your GM's the most popular guy in the city now. Not your quarterback or your new wideout, but you got a dude going around doing the media tour saying how, hey, I got you a Super Bowl in 17. Howie Roseman, are the Eagles Super Bowl contenders? Trust the process. I delivered. I'll do it again. Okay. Really? All right here. Let me bring my guy, Lord Brunson, in here, LB, man. Hey, LB, man.
Dan, what up, Dan?
He's making them rounds, man. I was listening to Angelo, man. Hang on. Here's my impression of Howie Roseman this morning. Okay, on Angelo. Hang on, man. Hold on.
He might
thinking that wood, dude.
He might need another hand. It might be too heavy right now, Dan. He deserves everything, man. He deserves all the kudos right now, man. He did a fantastic job.
He did, man. And you know what, though? He's going to, and I love, and I'm paraphrasing, obviously. He didn't say it, but how I saw it was, trust the process. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, this is, I got you one before. And now doesn't this put more heat on Jalen here, man? Because he believes in his heart that there's enough tools on this team and there's enough talent on this team to at least have a playoff run. Do you not feel at least that much in what he's saying going around telling people?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, I don't think Jalen Hurts cares if it's pressure on him, but that's the facts. The pressure is on Jalen Hurts. I mean, they went and got you your best friend at wide receiver. You have to deliver. And I think, Jalen Hurts may be a little more safer than, people may want to believe, because if you get rid of Jalen Hurts, what position is that going to put A.J. Brown in? It's like a huge conflict of interest. So this has to work.
How about this, too? And I know that you're probably in the same conversation with me and you and Philly 500. Mm-hmm. We're just men of the people, right?
Right,
okay?
Right.
So I throw something out there 2 days ago. Hey, congratulations, Jalen Hurts, on recruiting A.J. Brown to the Eagles. It's not news, but today it's news because some stiff in Philly reports it. You and I have been kind of going around, hey, man, he's been working out with him, this and that. Okay, look, I'm not looking like Howie. Trust the process. I'm all good with it here, but that's kudos to him, isn't it, man? That's a good sign that people want to play with Jalen Hurts.
It's a fantastic sign because if you listen to the national media, well, not really so much national media. If you listen to our local media, you would start to believe the notion that nobody wants to play with him and he can't throw the ball. AJ Brown said today, I believe in his presser, that he got a strong arm. I believe in him. When people believe in you, man, that could kind of turn the tide of the people and your overall success, man, and whatever you're doing.
Absolutely, I believe in it 100%. Do you believe this Eagle team is in the top 5 in the NFC?
In the NFC, who do we have in the NFC?
I wrote these teams down. You tell me if you buy into what I wrote down here with these teams here. I got the Rams number 1, Bucks number 2.
Yep.
Packers 3.
Yep.
Arizona 4.
No.
Eagles 5.
The Eagles are absolutely, in my opinion, above Arizona. I mean, you lost DeAndre Hopkins for 6 weeks.
Would you put the 49ers in there?
I think the Eagles should be better than the 49ers and the Cardinals.
Okay.
I think they should be better.
Okay, so you think they're top 5 talent right now in the NFC?
Yeah, and it's crazy to say that, but when you look at the rosters and you look at the teams you just named, this is a top 5 talented team in the NFC. Absolutely.
Because you look at so you think they're better than Dallas right now?
Absolutely. I think we're the best team in this division. I mean, you can go position for position with Dallas right now. Dallas has quarterback and cornerback. I'll give them safety. Other than that, I think the Philadelphia you kind of give them linebacker too, but I think the Philadelphia Eagles got the positions that matter as far as the trenches go.
Absolutely.
Offensive line and defensive line.
In my opinion, they are better than Dallas in the D line, and they're better than clearly Dallas now in the offensive line. And that was the dominant factor in 2017. Let me take you back to that team. Compare this roster to that 17 roster. Is it close?
I think this roster is more talented. You never had this many bona fide number 1 wide receivers. You got 2 number 1 wide receivers now. You got Dallas Goedert, who's a younger version of Zach Ertz. You know what I mean? Arguably, some people would say he's better than Zach Ertz at this point in his career. You still have that defensive line. You still have that offensive line. I mean, think about the guys you still have from 2017 that's going to be able to mentor these guys, going into this season. You've never had a front 7 like this. You've never had Hassan Reddick, Nakobe Dean. You never had Kaiser White. You never had this great of a linebacking core. So I think this could be potentially a more talented roster than that 2017 team.
Is the experience or lack thereof the difference between that 17 team and this team? It's because there's a lot of youth on this football team compared to what there was in 17.
Kind of. I guess you can kind of, it's like give and take with that one, because the guys that we still have are guys that won the Super Bowl in 2017. So those guys are wiser. Those guys have brought guys along like Jordan Mailata. You know what I'm saying? So I think the experience would be a factor if we would win the Super Bowl or not.
Your thoughts on the draft?
My thoughts on the draft, A+, knocked out of the ballpark. I mean, Howie Roseman did fantastic things, hence why he's on a world tour looking like Prince right now. He deserves it. He's done fantastic things in this draft. I mean, to go out there and get a guy like Jordan Davis, who's going to ultimately replace Fletcher Cox. Then you go out there and get the replacement for Jason Kelsey. Then you bring in Nakobe Dean. Everybody slept on Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean is probably a top 3 linebacker out of this year's draft. Now, you really didn't address the secondary like I wanted you to, but what you did was ensure you have a pass rush to mask any deficiencies you have in said secondary. So I think Howie Roseman did a fantastic job. Didn't spend a bunch of money,
let me ask you one thing about Jordan. And by the way, this was a guy that I wanted to, and this is a guy that I predicted. So, I mean, I'm just looking at it now on what his potential can be. Gary Cobb was on with me yesterday. Does it worry you he's not a pass rusher? And when you're taking a guy that high, I don't think he can just be a 2-gapping guy. He's got to have some impact against that pass rush as well. And he can't be taken off the field on 3rd down if you're drafting a guy in the position where he was drafted. Tracy Rocker obviously is going to work with him. Tracy was his D-line coach at Georgia also when he was recruited to Georgia. So he knows the player, and I'm sure Tracy, the D-line coach, had some influence on this decision being made here. Tracy's a former Outland Lombardi winner. He's a former teammate of mine. I know him exceptionally well. Does that concern you at all about him?
It does concern me because he is the number one pick on our team, and you expect him to go out there in his rookie campaign to be able to get some sacks as well. Now, where I think he'll excel at is, in run stop defense. I think that's going to be really promising for him, and we'll always have a fresh set of legs and a fresh body right there to plug up that middle. But I do want to see him get after the quarterback more, and I think that'll come with time as well, too.
Nakobe Dean, your thoughts on him slipping all the way to the Eagles in round 3?
Thank you. Thank you to everybody, thank you to everybody that passed on him. I mean, I don't know what the story is with the injury. I don't know the facts behind it, but it doesn't look like he needs surgery. He's going to be in camp. I mean, I don't understand how that much talent slips to the 3rd round based upon, he say, she say with a surgery situation. I think that Nakobe Dean is going to be a day one contributor for this football team. You're looking at number 17, Nakobe Dean. You're looking at the future leader of this defense in the next year and a half, 2 years. I think he's that intelligent of a football player. And for him to have slipped down the way that he did and for us to capitalize on it, we're not going to ever take a linebacker in the 1st round after picking Nakobe Dean in the 3rd round because we're always going to wait for somebody to slip after that.
I'll tell you, to me, you see this. Don't it's becoming a trend now too, LB, that if you play on a great team, you get these question marks because there's so many great players. I mean, 5 guys went in the 1st round off that Georgia football team, that defensive football team, and you're starting to. It's almost like when Burrow came out, he still went number 1 overall. I get it. But remember what they were saying? Well, he played with all those great players. And then they said the same thing about Mac Jones when he went to New England, played with all those great players. I think it's a great thing that he played with all those great players. That shows me that he could play within a system and such. And I agree with you. I think he's going to be a linebacker that's going to be an impact guy. When you have the rotation that they have, I think that the sky's the limit for him. How do you think they'll use Jordan Davis, though? Because Hargrave's going to start and Fletcher's going to start. How do you see them and Jonathan Gannon using him?
Rotationally. I think they'll use him in a rotation situation. I think he'll be, short yardage guy, like 1st and goal. He might get the nod. He's younger. He's bigger. I think they'll use him situationally until he finally takes over, probably after this season. But a little more than situationally.
A.J. Brown's acquisition, did it shock you?
It absolutely did shock me because we're not known for spending money. You know what I mean? And we're not known for, getting guys that we want. And especially on draft day, I've never seen the Philadelphia Eagles be that aggressive on draft day. We're not known for getting players that other players on our team also want. This is like Christmas for the Philadelphia Eagles fan base right now. Like everybody wants this guy. Our quarterback wants him. I mean, it really shocked me, man. This is so not like the Eagles. That's why I feel good about it.
How do you get a number 1 wide receiver at the age of 24? I mean, LB, he's 24. When T.O. got to Philadelphia, I think he was like 35, something like that, 34, 30. He was still an A-plus player.
Yeah.
But you got this guy for the next 10 years in your building.
Mm-hmm.
The impact you think he has on both Jalen and Devontae Smith?
Huge impact on Devontae Smith because Devontae Smith, he got that dog in him. We all seen it last year. Devontae Smith ain't trying to be looked at as no number 2 wide receiver. So in a sense, the friendly competition is on. Devontae Smith was one of the first guys to reach out to A.J. Brown upon arriving to Philly. So I kind of gauge the type of guy Devontae Smith is. Now, Jalen Hurts is going to have a huge impact on Jalen Hurts as well because Jalen Hurts now has a guy that he's going to look at. This is the guy. I'm going to feed this guy the ball. He didn't quite feed it to Devontae Smith as much as I would have liked last year, but I think he's going to utilize A.J. Brown based upon the personal relationship they have. So that all can be just good things for everybody.
Wouldn't you agree now? I talked to our boy Philly 500 yesterday on this. Mm-hmm. We no longer can say this, right, LB? Hey, man, the Eagles didn't give Jalen every opportunity to succeed here, man. I mean, he's been given everything that I would say what you're seeing down in Miami to Tua Tagovailoa. He's been given an opportunity here and a fair chance to win this job, correct?
Yes, very, very, very fair chance. If he doesn't, it's a couple scenarios that this season can play out that would have Jalen Hurts, basically looking at finding another job, in my opinion. If you don't make the playoffs at all, you got to evaluate your quarterback. If you have a bad passing season, you got to evaluate your quarterback. I mean, this is a good and bad thing for Jalen Hurts because he'll get to see where he really is. Now, mind you, we had like 8 drop touchdown passes. We had some wide receiver issues. Wide receivers, getting called for penalties that brought touchdowns back as well. Now you have a more competent wide receiver. You do look at what Carson Wentz did in his second season in the system. Carson Wentz was an MVP candidate. I'm expecting Jalen Hurts to make a jump, not that significant, but I'm expecting Jalen Hurts to make a jump that wakes up the NFL and eases some of the doubt that's around his name. So the ball is totally in his court.
You think he has a chance to be the most improved football player in 2022?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The organization gave him, the tools necessary to make his name in this league. He's not walking into a situation like what's an example of a good quarterback that we've seen recently who just didn't have the weapons. Now the trend is to get your young rookie quarterback on a rookie contract, get him some weapons. They did it with Burrow. Tua now has weapons. Baker Mayfield had weapons at one point, and that's how you got to gauge these guys. So I hope it turns out for him to be, more like Joe Burrow than Baker Mayfield.
Absolutely. Hey, real quick, man, is Doc Rivers in trouble?
It's not his fault, though. I mean, if you're missing an MVP of the league, I don't think it's really his fault. The situation that he's in right now with the Philadelphia 76ers. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one because you still got James Harden. You had the lead at half. I think Doc Rivers got to not be so stubborn and put guys in that's effective.
LB, well, hang on for a minute, man. You missed the open of the show because I spilled some jelly donut on my shirt here, and I was celebrating James Harden's fat roll around his gut.
Yeah.
And how bad he is now and how, he's really just completely out of shape. My new name for Harden is Donut, okay? And so, hey, man, there's a prime example, isn't it, of a guy who didn't take care of his body like Brady and LeBron and was just relying on his shooting ability. And all of a sudden, this guy got old at 33 and within 2 seconds. I mean, I'm watching this guy last night. What the hell was he last night? 5 of 13?
Yeah, he had a
he's not getting that extension in Philly.
Probably not. And then when the step back isn't working, and then when you can't lull every defender to sleep and blow by him and get an effective shot at the rim, you're really kind of useless. So, I mean, James Harden is still a really, really good, effective passer. But in order to get the maximum out of the version of James Harden we have, you need to have a dominant presence in the middle, and we're missing Joel Embiid right now.
See, man, look at my boy LB, man. He looks like a Jewish preacher right here, man. He's got his thing on his shoulder. He's ready to go read the Torah and go like this. Yes,
I am.
Yes.
I am.
The Eagles will win the Super Bowl again in the next 5 years. That's a great question. You think they're do you think they're fighting for a Super Bowl in the next 2 years?
The window is open now. Think about it. The window is open now. Think about what you have. This is the window for a Super Bowl. You don't get this many pieces and get these many veterans to come back on 1-year deals for nothing. They're trying to swing for it.
Absolutely, brother. I love you, man. Make
yes,
sure
sir.
you watch his podcast. He and Philly 500 have now become my boys. I love you guys, man. You're always welcome here. Hey, man, I got to tell you, you're Eagles, man. And you know what? People think I'm hating on Howie. I'm actually making fun of him, but I'm also going to say this. He's got a right to take them victory laps, man.
I forgive him.
Yeah, hey, dude.
I forgive him. I forgive him, Dan. I ain't going to lie, Dan. I forgive him.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, LB, I got you. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you coming aboard, man. That's
no problem, Dan. I appreciate you.
You got it, man. I appreciate it very much. Hey, Morgan to Morgan, my friends, the fee is free. That means this: when you're in search of an attorney, there's only one place to go. John Morgan has been telling me this for years and years, and you know what it is? Finding that attorney to make sure your family gets the fair compensation is what we are talking about here. If you're hurt or injured on the job, getting that attorney could determine whether or not your family is secure with a catastrophic injury. And Morgan & Morgan is going to make sure, no matter how big the case is, they're going to be there for you. For the people, it's not a slogan. This is who they are. Last 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has brought home for their clients over $13 billion in compensation. With over 800 attorneys and offices in Philadelphia, New York, Florida, and across the country, size matters here, my friends. That is this. They're the biggest law firm in the country. Nobody, and I mean nobody, will intimidate Morgan & Morgan. They will make sure your family gets the fair compensation it rightfully deserves. The call is free, 800-512-1600. That's 800-512-1600. The consultation is free, 800-512-1600. And do me a favor, when you call Morgan & Morgan, tell them Big Sil sent you.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When you're hit from behind in a car crash, the insurance company may try to say, you can't possibly be hurt. It was only a few miles an hour. It's simply not true. You see, here's the thing. Getting hit at 10 miles per hour is like falling off of this. 15 miles per hour, like this. And only 25 miles per hour, this. Injured, dial pound law. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Do you stream on a Roku, Fire Stick, Android TV, or Apple TV? Now you can watch 6ABC 24/7 with the 6ABC Philadelphia streaming app.
The big story on Action News.
Search 6ABC Philadelphia and start streaming today.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you. Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Lincoln Financial Field is home to more than just our hometown team. It's a landing place for dreams. Invest in the future of our students from all over Philadelphia and get an exclusive tour of the stadium at the Block's Aspire to Dreams Gala, hosted by Brian Taff of 6ABC. While we aspire to build, our students aspire to dream. Join us for the Block's Gala on Thursday, May 5th at Lincoln Financial Field. Seats are limited, so reserve yours today at blocks.org/gala.
In Philadelphia, we celebrated the miracle with pride only 5 years ago. And then the following morning, IBEW Local 98 members went back to work, building this city, rescuing our communities from decay, and inspiring the young men and women of the region to take pride in who we are. Like the Cats, Local 98 members believe in hope.
To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities with Local 98, visit us, IBEW98.org.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Welcome back, National Football Show. Please hit the like button. AJ says WAC 100 is the next guest. No, AJ, that would be Merril Reese at 4:30 Eastern time. And then tomorrow, because Big Sills has no connections and no one listens, Howie, Bob, Tracy, the general manager of the Steelers, Kevin Colbert, will be on at 4:30. Oh, we're not done there. Gee, I'm acting like Howie. So it is good to be arrogant. Okay. Thursday, Keith Byers, 4:30. Friday, Keith Jackson, 3:30. There, AJ. Cool. Does that pass your recommendation? Just checking. Okay? When's Howie coming on the show? Howie only listens and watches the show. I don't know. I got you. Ooh. Yeah, man. Wow. You went to the Keith Byers football camp. Way to go, Dante. I used to show up at the Jerome Brown football camp in Brooksville every year for about 5 years. I would go down there and teach the kids. And the Jerome youth facility is down there now. Reggie had a lot to do with building it. So, yeah. Not energy, just whatever. Okay. Sills is going to have a red bandana on soon. No, man, I'm not a blood. I'll have a green, white, and red bandana on, Junior. Make sure you get it right, dude. Okay, Chris? I represent paisans. I don't represent groups like that. Only Italians. Just so you know. He did play with Hurts at Oklahoma. Did you hear that the Giants are likely to release James Bradberry? Okay. So are the Eagles a top 5 team in the NFC, Sills? Good question. I just don't know why I can't. I find it so awesome. Excuse me, Zach. You're asking Howie Sileo if the Eagles are a top 5 team in the NFC? Next. I've built this roster. It's up to the coaches now. They shit the bed? Well, ask Doug how that feels. Oh, I know it now. Oh, Howie Scapegoat would always be the head coach because he thinks he's built this baby. And to LB's comment, hey, congratulations. You get that victory lap. Hey, and by the way, I think you guys are thinking I'm hating on Howie. I'm not. I just like the arrogance. No. Hey, I swear to you on God's green earth and on my daughter's eyes, I am not making – no, I am making fun of him, but I'm not really shitting on him. I'm not hating on him. He's done a whale of a job. You're reading this wrong. I just like how he's going around. I'm surprised he's not wearing like John Gotti sharkskin suits. Hey, where's my binoculars? You know, I scout all these guys. Let me put on my Howie vision. How you doing? I got it going on here. I got you. By the way, top of the hour, we are going to look at all the teams in the NFC East. And I do believe that the Eagles have had a better offseason than any one of those teams in the East. I'll bury the lead a little bit for you. You sounded pretty confident talking to LB that we are. No, you are. I think you're a top 5 team in the NFC. Then again, what does that mean actually in the NFL landscape? You think you're better than the Bills? No. Chiefs? No. Chargers? No. Who else? Are you better than the Raiders? Are you better than the Bengals? Let's see who else. Are you better than the Ravens? Are you better than the Titans? Are you better than any of those teams? Those AFC teams, you better have a mouthpiece on the sideline, even coaching, because that's going to be one whale of a battle. Okay? Davey Boy says if Hurts passes for 3,800 yards, 35 touchdowns, 59% completion percentage, and rushes for 600 yards, 10 TDs, does he get an extension? If they win the East with those numbers, yeah. Duck, you think you can beat the Titans with Derrick Henry? I don't know about that. Okay? We have to start somewhere, Sills. Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay. Dude, here, let me reel this back in. Because Howie was taking victory laps, I think you're taking this wrong here. Here, let's bury it here. The Eagles have had a great offseason. But I think you need to temper expectations. What's that famous saying that people always have? And I'm notorious for not following my own advice here. Dude, over-deliver, under-promise. Hey, man, I hope we just go out there, and I pray to God we just go out there and we're competitive. Then you go out there and beat the shit out of people. And don't you want to be people that over-deliver instead of over-promise? Who wants that? We live our life today with bullshit artists. People are bullshit artists because they overpromise and underperform or underdeliver. Don't you want to be this? Yeah, man, I think we had a good offseason. How I would handle it. Hey, you guys think you're Super Bowl contenders? If Angelo asked me that question on IP, I'd have said this. Man, I don't know what our football team's going to look like. We got to go out and play, man. In September, we'll know a little bit more, but until we get everybody together, the damn rookies don't even have a helmet yet. And everyone's talking Super Bowl. They don't even have their laundry bags yet. And people in the Eagle organization, they're talking Super Bowls. Hang in there, guy. September's going to be right around the corner. Okay? I'd rather be this team. Hey, are you Super Bowl contenders? I don't know. I know this. We're going to fight for it. You know what I would have said? I put together a football team that if you were in a fist fight, you'd feel pretty confident coming out that we were going to win. Now, does that mean we're going to win a boatload of football games? I know this. We ain't going to be out of any. We've put a football team. We, not I, we have put a football team together that Philadelphia is going to be awful proud of. Does it suck? Is it lame, what I just said? Yeah. But you know what it also is? It sets the bar for you. Instead of doing this, I gotcha. I delivered one for you already. You don't trust the Howie wizard? I'm the wizard at the NovaCare Center. Don't call me GM no more. Oh, no. I'm taking that title away. My name's the Wizard. Dude, you ever watch that movie Excalibur? I'm the Wizard, man. King Arthur ain't got shit on me. GM, I'm a wizard. See what I did? How dare you, Angelo, ask me that? Oh, man. Let's take a look at the NFC East. Yeah. Hit that like button. Merril Reese in hour number 2 at 4:30 Eastern. I gotcha. Keep it here on the National Football Show.
Do you stream on a Roku, Fire Stick, Android TV, or Apple TV? Now you can watch 6ABC 24/7 with the 6ABC Philadelphia streaming app.
The big story on Action News.
Search 6ABC Philadelphia and start streaming today.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Lincoln Financial Field is home to more than just our hometown team. It's a landing place for dreams. Invest in the future of our students from all over Philadelphia and get an exclusive tour of the stadium at the Blocks Aspire to Dreams Gala, hosted by Brian Taff of 6ABC. While we aspire to build, our students aspire to dream. Join us for the Blocks Gala on Thursday, May 5th at Lincoln Financial Field. Seats are limited, so reserve yours today at blocks.org/gala.
In Philadelphia, we celebrated the miracle with pride only 5 years ago. And then the following morning, IBEW Local 98 members went back to work, building this city, rescuing our communities from decay, and inspiring the young men and women of the region to take pride in who we are. Like the Cats, Local 98 members believe in hope.
To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities with Local 98, visit us, IBEW98.org.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Hour number 2, Big Sills. How you doing? National Football Show, Merril Reese, the legendary voice of the Eagles at the bottom of the hour. Man, I'd love people taking victory laps. So easy to hold them accountable. Okay? Oh, God. Why put yourself in a bullseye? Maybe he wants to be in the bullseye. Okay? He ain't getting fired. Nick Sirianni would be the guy getting fired if this thing falls to shit, which I don't think it will. And I want to make sure I tell everybody they have had a spectacular offseason. Would you take Terrell Edmonds, free safety from the Steelers? Tell you what, Sydney, why don't we ask Kevin Colbert that question tomorrow? The general manager of the Steelers will be on tomorrow at 4:30. Howie Sileo. I think that's a good thing. Xander was like, because I was going, man, this guy, Sileo, he never – I know what he said. But I know how he was acting. This guy was like a mafia don today on WIP. Oh, and Eagle Management and Bob Lang, welcome aboard. Me and Bob go back all the way to his days in San Francisco. Hey, Mr. DeBartolo says hello. You know me and him are boys. Hit the like button, guys. We're going to take a look at the NFC East here in a second. So you're all right with your general manager going around Philadelphia, all the media outlets, letting everyone know how great a job he's done? He likes back slaps, doesn't he? Nice job, Howie. Oh, my God. You're the greatest. Wow. Man. How the worm has turned. Hey, Jeff. I don't know about that, Jeff. Sills, you should have Gate City Sports on your show. Great Eagles content creator. All runs through Xander on those guys. All those guys go through Xander. Okay? Xander's got complete autonomy of that and who makes the best content. Okay? Those guys are huge to my show now because, get this, today's media is different. Getting some 100-year-old sports writer on my program ain't it. Dude, that ain't it. If you're still doing your sports column off a typewriter, you ain't on the Big Sill show. Okay? Got to get this story in by 12 o'clock tonight. Are you on a typewriter, dude? Yeah, I've had it since 1942. You know, right? Phillies had a hell of a year that year. That was my first year on the job. You're still working? Yeah. We don't let go of these jobs, son. That Josh Talentino, Tony, whoever the hell he is, how the hell he get in? Oh, I know. You're like, dude, who the hell are you? Guys back in the days of like Bill Conlon and them. Right? Holy cow. So, but hey, look. I'm just having fun here today because wait a minute. Can I have fun? Howie's having fun. How can you fall from grace so quickly in Philly? Yeah, lose. Ask James Harden. Holy cow, 25 the first night. He's throwing dimes. I can't believe it. You suck, dude. Lose. That's Jason Kelsey. Don't perform and suck. That's the fastest way to me. Right? That's the fastest way. Yeah. We're watching. Oh, guys. So I guess there's a place at the NovaCare Center that like the media hang out. Hi, guys. Hi. Yeah, I think Xander and I fixed the I think we fixed the internet now too. Hi guys. Yeah. Just want to make sure. Harden, you suck. Train. Spoken like a true Philly. Best fans in the world. Yes, sir. D-Train, man. Wait a minute. I'm having fun. Howie. Go ahead, Angie. Ask me a question. Howie, do you feel that your team can contend for a Super Bowl? Haven't you learned? Bone Crusher, can you get us a Hooters in Philly? You guys don't have a Hooters in Philly? Yeah, I can. You don't have a Hooters in Philly? Are you kidding me? Yeah. I'll have to make a couple calls. Hey, don't ask me that. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, man. So Howie, your draft and all that, I mean, how do you think it went? A+, man. Come on, Angelo. You know me better now. Do I look better with a tie or a bow tie? Andrew, you think I look good with a bow tie when I go on the NFL Network? You get my ass kissed by everyone? Oh, wait a minute. You think everybody over at the Inquirer will like me if I have a bow tie on? Probably a bow tie with all them old man over there. Yeah. Bow tie? We should all get T-shirts. I gotcha. Hey, I gotcha. Yeah, I tell you what, you better not let Carson Wentz ass roll in there on the opening night at Lincoln Financial and win that game. I gotcha. Better not have that. Holy cow, man. I'll tell you what, though, man. I would think that a fan base like the Eagle fan base loves this. You should love this. You should. For like 15 Hooters in the Metroplex. Dude, I like grouper sandwiches. It's like my favorite. Oh, man, let's see here. Oh, yeah. A couple scouts are watching. Thank you. Can't name the scouts, but man, this is great. Thank you, guys. By the way, for the record, congratulations. You guys have done a great job. Oh, Vasily, that's awesome of you, man. Pink thong. Hey, Carson going to be deer in the headlights against our front seven. I believe that. Okay, I do. Hey, Savvy B, thank you, man. I love you being here. Accountability. That's right, Patriot. That's all this is. Hey, man, he's having fun. So are we. Hey, look, guys. If you can't have fun right now on May 3rd, you ain't playing Sunday. He knows that. That's why he can pump his chest out. He ain't going to be pumping his chest out in September. You know what's going to happen? Tell me what this is. Come September. Tell me this. Jeff, tell me what this is. What am I doing? I'll give anybody a free thing of wings. What am I doing? This is come September for Howie. Howie's going to go from 10 Commandments. Now, Paul, that's me trying to put a nail in a sphincter muscle because I can't get it in. How come I can't? How come I'm all tight? What's going on, man? I can't get, wait, how come my sphincter muscle's too tight? What the hell's going on here? Hey, dude, come September, man. Right? I can't get, how come my sphincter muscle's too, I can't get that nail in. Damn it. Oh, it's September. That's why. It's September. All of a sudden he starts, hey, how come Howie goes from being 6'6" on May 3rd and he turns in to 5'6" when September rolls around? How'd that guy lose all that height in the last 3 months? Duck, you're right, man. It's pucker factor. Uh-oh, July 20th. Hey, you know what July 27th is, right, Howie? It's rent. Hey, Jeff, what's July 27th? Does anybody know what July 27th is? Yeah, Jeff, you ain't getting that on IP or the Fanatic. Oh, my God, I love him. Can you see him? Do you guys know what July 27th is? That's report date, training camp. It's also my daughter's birthday. Here's the opening title. I got you, bro. Sileo can't get over Howie Roseman's interview with Angelo Cataldi. Oh, I'm going to get an email and a text from Angelo. It's not what he said. I know, Angie. Hey, this just in. People over at the Eagle Complex know this. Big Sills' name will be mentioned in every single sports show the entire rest of the week. July 27th, rent's due, Howie. Yeah. Right now, I'm doing this. Man. Oh, damn. Big hit with the girls, man. Oh, man. And there's little Nick Sirianni in the background. I'm here too. I know, Nikki. How come? Hey, why is it right now that Howie Roseman reminds me of Don Corleone? I am Enzo the baker. I am Enzo the baker. Enzo, act like you got a gun. Go stand up front, act like you got a gun. Go ahead. Hey, Nick, go stand up front and act like you're my coach. Go ahead. I'm Enzo the baker. I'm Enzo the baker. I'm Nick the coach. Hey, Nick. This interview was the best thing I've seen in years. I haven't seen a general manager take more pride in a victory lap on his team's work, rightfully so. I am Enzo the baker. What can I do for you on my daughter's wedding day? Oh, you should see the cake I made. Hey, it's like, hey, you should see what I'm going to do. You should see what I'm going to do. You should absolutely see what I'm going to do. Okay? 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 You should. Hold on for a second. Do not. There. Sorry. Let's see here. Big Sills must have just watched it before the... Oh, dude, this interview was unbelievable. And by the way, I am not hating on him. I am not hating on him. Stop it. I am not hating on him. I think you should act like a professional as a general manager. I think you should, instead of taking victory laps on a football team that won 9 games last year and the year before 4, let it play out. Act professional. When you don't act professional, I'll make fun of it. That is not professional. I got you. Jermaine is right. It's not hate. It's not hate. Has nothing to do with hate. Once again, some people miss the message and don't get it. You have the interview? Let's hear it. Let's see it for yourselves.
Howie, I can't thank you enough for all this time. I just got one last question because your enthusiasm for your team right now is very clear to everyone. Do you have a roster? I realize it's not complete. There's still some things to do.
Definitely.
Do you have a roster right now that you think could compete for a championship?
Man, we're not getting into this in May. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's
Don't
what
do that.
it's
I
all
look at a
about
roster
this,
and all
Howie.
I'm thinking about is how we can keep improving. We'll talk in September. Andrew, I'm going to tell you one more thing, man.
Yep.
You and I, right? Like, we've been together a long time.
Yes.
I'm not going to be perfect, but I got you, bro. I got you. I promise. I got you. Right? You wanted one? Yep. I got you. I got you. Have a little faith. Have a little trust.
I gave you an A+ on the draft.
I don't care about the I don't care about
Howie.
the grades.
All
I got
right,
you
Howie.
covered.
That ain't hate. That's not hating. He's having fun. So are we. Nobody on this goddamn show is saying anything about hating. Nobody is hating. let's do it one more time, and let's show everyone one more time here how much Howie Roseman is having fun right now. Don't be a stick in the mud. Xander, let's play that again. I love this. I love this. Oh.
I can't thank you enough for all this time. I just got one last question because your enthusiasm for your team right now is very clear to everyone. Do you have a roster? I realize it's not complete. There's still some things to do.
Definitely.
Do you have a roster right now that you think could compete for a championship?
Man, we're not getting into this in May. Don't do that.
To.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's
I
all
look at our
about
roster,
this,
and all I'm
Howie.
thinking about is how we can keep improving. We'll talk in September. Hey, Andrew, I'm going to tell you one more thing, man.
Yep.
You and I, right? Like, we've been together a long time.
Yes.
I'm not going to be perfect, but I got you, bro. I got you. I promise. I got you. Right? You wanted one? I got you. I got you. Have a little faith. Have a little trust.
I gave you an A+ on the draft.
I don't care about the I don't care about
Howie.
the grades. I got you covered.
I want to take a timeout. Okay? And I'm going to talk to Merril Reese. We'll talk to our dear friend. Hit the like button. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
Do you stream on a Roku, Fire Stick, Android TV, or Apple TV? Now you can watch 6ABC 24/7 with the 6ABC Philadelphia streaming app.
The big story on Action News.
Search 6ABC Philadelphia and start streaming today.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Lincoln Financial Field is home to more than just our hometown team. It's a landing place for dreams. Invest in the future of our students from all over Philadelphia and get an exclusive tour of the stadium at the Block's Aspire to Dreams Gala, hosted by Brian Taff of 6ABC. While we aspire to build, our students aspire to dream. Join us for the Block's Gala on Thursday, May 5th at Lincoln Financial Field. Seats are limited, so reserve yours today at blocks.org/gala.
In Philadelphia, we celebrated the miracle with pride only 5 years ago. And then the following morning, IBEW Local 98 members went back to work, building this city, rescuing our communities from decay, and inspiring the young men and women of the region to take pride in who we are. Like the Cats, Local 98 members believe in hope.
To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities with Local 98, visit us, IBEW98.org.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Welcome back, National Football Show. It's your boy, Big Sills. Hey, I want you guys to know, I had to even call my aunt and go like this. I'm not hating. I'm not hating. Okay? No way, man. I just having a little fun because I heard Howie on with Angelo, and I got you. We all should get T-shirts made. I got you. And by the way, he should be taking victory laps. And I mean this. It's been a great offseason. My only issue would be this. It's May 3rd. I would like to underpromise and overdeliver is my only thing, okay? I want to go out and beat teams up and then go, I told you. Don't doubt me. Person we never doubt is the legendary voice of the Philadelphia Eagles. It is our friend Merril Reese, and he joins us right now. Merril.
Hi,
I
Dan.
got you.
You do.
Hey, man, I mean, I got to give it. Hey, Howie's going around. He's taking victory laps. And I said this, look, he should. It's been a hell of an offseason for him right now. Your thoughts on the draft in the offseason here for the Philadelphia Eagles is what?
Very, very positive. Very, very excited. But I always save victory laps. They begin sometime after the middle of September.
That's what I was trying to tell folks. I go, look, it's great to be this excited, right, Merril, in May. But September is right around the corner, and we're truly going to find out, you know, what this football team is going to look like and how they're going to perform in an NFC. And by the way, I think they're one of the teams that could be in the top 5. I'll get to that here in a second, but let's start here and go in chronological order here. What was your take on the draft?
Loved it. If you had told me that by the end of you told me like last Wednesday, and said by the end of the second day, Jordan Davis, Kobe Dean, and A.J. Brown were going to be Eagles, I would have said, just don't wake me up. I mean, it would seem like a good dream because we spoke, and I told you all along that the player that I most wanted was Jordan Davis. I mean, he was the guy. This team needed somebody who was a difference maker at the line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what he was and is. And the other thing is you're taking two of the biggest impact players from the national championship team. Two of the biggest reasons that Georgia beat Alabama were Jordan Davis and Kobe Dean. And they're Eagles. That to me is amazing. And then you throw in Cam Jurgens, who is a very, very good center. And I had people say, well, why'd they do that? I mean, why don't they go defense? Why don't they get the best safety? Why don't they get the best corner? And the reason for that became clear when Jason Kelce, the all-pro center, who is winding it down. I mean, he still plays at a high level, but there were a lot of question marks as to whether he would come back last year and then this year. But I think this is probably it for Jason Kelce. And when you can get somebody as good as Cam Jurgens, as Jason Kelce thinks he is, and that's fine for me, who just looked at all his tapes, and have him here for a year to understudy Kelce, maybe play guard if he has to, just become an NFL player so that next year, now I'm just presuming, but let's say, I think realistically, Dan, I think this is a good team. And I think it's a team that has a good shot to go to the playoffs and maybe make some noise. Would you call them an odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl? No, not quite yet. But chances are next year they could be in that situation, and they don't have to make a change where they're trying to find somebody desperately to replace one of their best players. So that made sense too.
You know, Mel, I know you know Eli Gold. He's the voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide. I know you know him.
Never met him. I've admired him, but never met him.
Oh, he is also one of the legendary voices in college football. And he texts me and he goes, he believes that the Eagles got the two best players off that national championship team. And he goes, to him, it seemed that the Eagles got two first rounders on 2 days. One when they got Jordan Davis, and then the other one they got Nakobe Dean. Whatever reason, we see this all the time in Merril. We've seen this over the years in the NFL draft. Players fall sometimes. They just fall for whatever reason. Agents, some rumors that may not be true.
Look how Dan Marino. Now he stayed in the first round, but he went
28th.
way after quarterbacks who were really had modest careers at best.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, I mean, you're talking about like Tony Eason and guys like that. And
yeah,
Dan Marino fell all
Todd Blackledge.
Todd Blackledge fell all the way to
Marino.
28th. So yeah. So again, I mean, how about this one too? You could have knocked me over with a wooden nickel if you told me AJ Brown and $100 million and the Eagles make that move. Merril, the secret in this move is his age. He's a number one wideout at 24. Yeah. How shocked were you with that move?
Shocked. And at that point, before it occurred, I'm thinking, boy, now one of my favorite wide receivers in this draft, and I felt they needed one, was Treylon Burks. I think he's going to be a terrific player. But now you're getting a guy who doesn't need that year to adjust. I mean, as good as wide receivers are, and occasionally you find an outlier who plays right away and plays well, but there is an adjustment period that they have to go through. There's no adjustment period for A.J. Brown. You are getting a potential elite receiver who is game NFL ready. And you put him on one side and you put Devontae Smith, and then you add Quez Watkins, who's blindingly fast. And then Nick picked up a receiver that he knows, Zach Pascal from Indianapolis, and they still have Greg Ward. They're loaded. And then, you're talking about receivers. And then, of course, you have a very, very good, anyhow, receiving tight end in Dallas Goedert. And you have very capable backs. And a great offensive line, one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. This offensive side of things is loaded.
Would you agree now, Merril, that, I was a little suspect if they were going to give Jalen Hurts their true opportunity to win this job. Now that you've added this component here with A.J. Brown, and like you said, best O-line in football, best running attack, now you've got a number one wide receiver. He's been given an opportunity and a true opportunity to win this job and to be the face of the future of this team.
Agree. That's what they have done. And I'm sure he relishes it. I'm sure that he's thrilled that he has this opportunity. And he hopefully will grow as this team continues to succeed. I like him a lot. But I think this is a big thing. I think this, if you want to surround the quarterback with the best pieces for him to succeed, they have done that. They have really done that. And it's up to him to flourish, which I think he will take full advantage of.
Merril, it has to be a good sign too. And I didn't think, and by the way, it shocked me. And I know that there's a relationship, and he tried recruiting A.J. Brown to Alabama, and he ended up going to Ole Miss. And there's a friendship there that those guys have had since they were teenagers. But I think it's also a great sign, isn't it? That you got a kid out there that's recruiting players to come and play in Philly, and these players are receptive, especially the wideout position, where the Eagles haven't been traditionally overly rich at that position in the franchise's history. They want to come and play in Philly with this kid. To me, I think that says a lot about the player.
It says a lot about the player. It says a lot about the culture that the organization is building, about the facilities that they have, about the ownership of this team. It says a lot of good things about the Eagles organization from top to bottom.
Do you think they're a top 5 team in the NFC? Merril, I went like this. I put these teams out there, and I wrote these teams down. And I said, Rams 1, Bucks 2, Packers 3, Arizona, and then I went Eagles. I mean, are they better than the Cowboys? I think they are, because the Cowboys lost an edge rusher, Amari Cooper's loss is going to be felt. They're older in the O-line. Their only offseason move they've made was a guard from Tulsa. I mean, I think, again, and then you got the Giants situation. They didn't pick up the 5th year on Daniel Jones. But Washington is in a transition. Yeah. They don't know what Carson's going to do. I mean, you got to look. They're at least the best team and the team to beat in the NFC East.
Yeah, I think they're close. I'm not about to put them ahead of Dallas in off-season moves. I want to see it on the field before I put them ahead of the Dallas Cowboys. I would think that the Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles are the teams with the best chance of winning this division this year. But I try to steady things until we actually see. I mean, this team is not complete yet, and they have some holes in the secondary. Now, again, they're helped out by Nakobe Dean. And T.J. Edwards is a pretty good young linebacker, too. And they're going to be helped up, certainly up front with what Jordan Davis is going to bring them. And there are other good players. But I'm still, who's the other corner right now? You have Big Play Slay on one side. Who do you have on the other? I mean, last year they got some decent play from Steven Nelson, but he's gone. So, and then there's the safety position. You have Kayvon Wallace, who hasn't really come into his own yet, and you lost Rodney McLeod. And Rodney McLeod's been a pretty good player. He's had some injuries lately, but Rodney McLeod has been the glue of that safety area since Malcolm Jenkins left. So now, I'm not saying that there isn't somebody on the roster who's going to step up, or a young player who will get an opportunity in the training camp and come up. But right now, I say they have, if you were rating on 1 to 10, I would say and 10 being the best, I would say their offense, I'd give them a 9.5 or maybe a 9 because Hurts is still in the growing phase. But I think they're up there. I think they're almost there offensively. But
two last questions for you, Merril. Let me throw this one here at you here. The benchmark is always going to be the 2017 team. And to me, as I've told you before, I think one of the reasons that they were so dominant was because of their lines, O-line and D-line, and the combination on how good they were. And they were able to replace guys because of depth and how powerful they were on those two units. Do you see the similarities now because the depth level on the defense now and the rotations? I mean, Jordan Davis, I would imagine, is probably going to be the rotation guy until they can work him in. You're going to have Hardgrave and Fletcher in there. You're going to have Sweat and you're going to have Reddick. And then you're going to have the rest of those players that are going to be rotational. It's a pretty deep unit, plus the O-line. Are we starting to see a little bit of that being rebuilt again like it was in 17?
Well, I think you are, but I think Jordan Davis is going to start from day one.
Oh, okay.
I really do. And we'll see about but if he doesn't, he's going to rotate and play as much as anybody. I think he's a guy who is ready to go. Will be ready to go by the time the season begins. The other thing, Dan, a lot of people don't pay too much attention to the undrafted free agents. But there's a name that intrigues me because I love college football. I watch millions of games. And I used to turn on Utah to see this kid, Britton Covey, the return man. That guy, there was a buzz every time he went back for a punt or a kickoff. And I watched him. He's only 5'8", 160-something pounds. And he
reminds me of Danny Woodhead.
Oh, I think he's faster. I think he's got more moves. I mean, he is unbelievable returning the ball, and they haven't had a good return man since Darren Sproles.
Finally here, we're going to learn a little bit more about Nick Sirianni now, too, being able to work all these offensive pieces in now, too. I have no doubt because he comes from the Frank Reich coaching tree there and Doug Peterson. Do you agree that we're going to learn a little bit more, though, about how he is going to be able to improve this passing game? Matt Nagy won a division title a couple years ago, Maryland was the NFL Coach of the Year. you're only gauged on the last season you coach, so everyone knows, just like when Ray Rhodes, I think he won a couple Coach of the Year awards, and he was still fired. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Nick over these next 2 years, are we not?
Well, I think the thing we've learned about Nick Sirianni is his passion, the fact that he has the right culture here, which Doug did too. I think he's following an outstanding coach. I think Doug could end up as the Coach of the Year in Jacksonville. But I think that Nick is a bright young coach. He's got some good assistants around him. He knows the game, but he is respected. We already know that the players really play for him, and he has that ability to get everybody ready and excited about the next game. And he has the respect. They like him and respect him, which is important. And I think he's going to be a real good coach, and he'll grow as this team continues to grow.
Well, Merril, as Howie Roseman would say, I got you.
Remember this, nobody has anybody until, as Buddy Ryan used to say, until the snowflakes start to fall. He said, don't tell me anything of the warm weather. He said, we'll see what we have when the snow flurries start to fall.
And so all of you listening, he's saying when the pucker factor truly starts in September, that's when we'll know what we have. Merril, it is always great. You're a legend. I love you, and you always find time for me. Thank you so much, my friend.
See you, Dan. Have a good day.
You got it, Merril Reese. That's right. Hey, man, the pucker factor starts in September, my friends. Always remember that. Hey, don't forget, my dear friends at Morgan & Morgan, they tell you this all the time. The fee is free. Choosing that attorney is one of the most important things you can possibly do. Know this here. If you're hurt or you're injured on the job, Morgan & Morgan is the place for you to get that attorney. Finding that attorney to get fair compensation for you and your family is one of the most, if not the most important things when you're going for a settlement like this. For the people, it's not a slogan. It's who they are. It's what they do. God, I've heard this for 25 years, and John Morgan is so behind this, and he believes in this mantra ever since he and his wife started this company 25 plus years ago. Hey, last 30 years, they have put out over $13 billion in compensation for their clients. That's exactly what Morgan & Morgan is. They're the biggest law firm in the country to do battle for you, with over 800 attorneys in offices in Philly, New York, Florida, across the country. Not a bigger firm in the country to make sure they do battle, and you're not going to be intimidated because of Morgan & Morgan. The call is free, 800-512-1600. That's 800-512-1600. The consultation is free, 800-512-1600. And do me a favor, when you call Morgan & Morgan, tell them Big Sil sent you.
After a car crash, the big insurance companies you see advertising on TV, they may try to downplay your case and might say it's only a fender bender or it's just a herniated disc. I worry that some law firms fall for this BS. Not us. We put ourselves in your shoes and ask, what would it be like to be in your pain for the rest of our lives? $1 million wouldn't be enough for me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Do you stream on a Roku, Fire Stick, Android TV, or Apple TV? Now you can watch 6ABC 24/7 with the 6ABC Philadelphia streaming app.
The big story on Action News.
Search 6ABC Philadelphia and start streaming today.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Lincoln Financial Field is home to more than just our hometown team. It's a landing place for dreams. Invest in the future of our students from all over Philadelphia and get an exclusive tour of the stadium at the Block's Aspire to Dreams Gala, hosted by Brian Taff of 6ABC. While we aspire to build, our students aspire to dream. Join us for the Block's Gala on Thursday, May 5th at Lincoln Financial Field. Seats are limited, so reserve yours today at blocks.org/gala.
In Philadelphia, we celebrated the miracle with pride only 5 years ago. And then the following morning, IBEW Local 98 members went back to work, building this city, rescuing our communities from decay, and inspiring the young men and women of the region to take pride in who we are. Like the Cats, Local 98 members believe in hope.
To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities with Local 98, visit us, IBEW98.org.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Welcome back, National Football Show. Had to look good for the Eagles here. Oh, real quick. Can we, hey, Daryl Morey, can you do me a favor? Can we work a Slim Fast diet into James Harden's next contract? I mean, yeah. I mean, if it has to be, you know, we can maybe get an advertiser on the Sixer gear. You know, just put Slim Fast. That might help. Okay, because, you know, I mean, I'm not sure he could see the charity stripe line. I mean, just work a Slim Fast meal in or two, dude. That's just a little advice. You see, when I was your age, someone goes like this. Well, Sills, you're a big fella now. Yeah, but when I was in my 30s and in my 20s, you could have bounced a quarter off my gut and I was 288. I didn't have an ounce of fat on me. Okay, I choose to be this now. Not when I was in my prime, eating jelly donuts. Yeah, my pregame meal used to be egg whites, steak, and iced tea. James Harden is White Castle, a jelly donut, and chocolate milk. I mean, that's a pregame meal? It's my pregame meal. You kidding me? Couple jelly donuts, maybe some flat yaks. Holy cow, man. Just work a Slim Fast in every now and then, dog. That's all you got to do, man. Hey, and stay away from the Happy Meals. I know you're looking for the prize inside the thing, right? But they're not giving those prizes away any longer. Lay off the Happy Meals. Holy cow. Hey, man, you got a Krispy Kreme in Philly? Yeah. Thank God. This guy wants to sponsor Krispy Kreme. I'm trying to get Slim Fast for the, hey, man, I called up the Sixers too, and I go, hey, dude, I know the president of Slim Fast. You know, if Harden needs some help, I'm hooking you up here. All right? You know, just helping here. That's all I'm brought in to do. I'm brought in to help. Help me. To help you. Hey, man, I want White Castle. No, Slim Fast, dog. Wow. That guy looks like he spends his dinner at Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, man. 5 for 13. Yeah, that'll get you an extension. Anyway, let's take a look at some of these teams in the NFC East. You know why? I got you. Here's Washington. So wait a minute. Terry McLaurin now has Dotson from Penn State on the other side? Woo! This is the best wide receiving core that Carson Wentz has ever had. Man. Andrew says, so Dan, you're saying you and the wife were bouncing quarters off of each other's back in the day? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Man, my wife didn't have an ounce of fat on her, man. Okay? Didn't have an ounce of fat on her. Whew, man. Prom queen, to say the least. Damn. Whew. Now we're trunk heavy. She's not here, so I could say that. Okay. Hey, is this the best wide receiving core that Carson Wentz has ever had? Xander thinks it is. More interceptions coming. Yeah. Yeah, hey. Said he eats a bag of candy a day. Hey, Zach, I don't think it's candy. I think it's a bag of jelly donuts. Oh, yeah. Nuts. I'm married to prom queen, man. She's still smoking. Gives me a ton of shit. But then again, every woman in my life gives me a ton of shit. But hey, I listen to them. Actually, it's the only people I listen to. I listen to Xander. Tells me what you guys are thinking. Look at these Bama guys, too. Mathis, the D lineman, kid's pretty good. He's underrated. I thought he got handled in the national title game, but I thought he kicked ass in the SEC title game. Georgia was a different football team in that title game. They got their asses kicked. They came back and they realized they got their asses kicked in the SEC title game, and they weren't going to have that again. Holy cow, they draft that running back from Alabama in the third round. That kid's good. Brian Robinson, he can play, man. He can play. Those are two good Bama kids. That kid, Brian Robinson, can play. But how many Bama guys are now on the Washington Commanders? Percy Butler, the kid in the fourth round, the safety. I'd like to have had him on the Eagles. They draft Sam Howell. Look at that, right there in the fifth round, kind of like a Kirk Cousins move. Cole Turner, that tight end from Nebraska. Hey, come on, man. The other Tulsa guard on the other side of the kid the Cowboys drafted. Then they got another secondary guy, that guy Christian Holmes from Oklahoma State. This is a pretty good draft. That's a pretty good draft. I'll give it a B. I give the Commanders a B. They got a good draft. Yeah, Dank, I think, okay, look, my problem with Sam Howell, the quarterback out of Carolina, I thought he had a better junior year, and I thought he got out his senior year to a slow start. Okay? Thought they got out to a slow start. Carson Strong. How come in Philly and in every city in America, the backup quarterback is the most popular dude on the team? Jesus criminy. Every place I have ever done radio or a sports show in, the backup quarterback, no matter how much he sucks, is always the most popular guy, especially in a fan base that is so rabid like the Eagles. Dude, Carson Strong. Everyone passed on him, including the Tampa Bay Bandits. I mean, hey, Sills, Minshew. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. If you've got to send me tape on Carson Strong, that's like Xander sending me tape on someone to put on the show. Nah, that's all right. Hey, that's all right. That's not going to work. And well, I want you to hear him, Sills. No. Dude, if you got to send me tape, that's when somebody goes like this. Hey, do you have anything on tape? I go, no. You ain't heard Big Sills, man. I'm not sure I want to work for you. Right? You don't know who I am by now? Oh, wait, I sound like I gotcha. I can't get, hold on. My hair's a little out of place. I got to fix my Howie. I got to look good for the Eagles, man. Howie's a rock star. God, do I look like a guy from South Philly? Oh, yeah. There you go. Hey, Angelo, how do I look? Hold on. I'm not going to do that. Here, I'm not going to do that right now. In May? Come on, man. Not me. No. Don't worry, man. I got you. I'm going to look at the Cowboys next. Gonna reset. I want to do that interview again with Angelo and the GM of the Eagles. By the way, one more time, I'm having fun here. Howie's done a great job. All the kidding aside. Okay? But you hear what Merril even said. Let's pump the brakes. Mad Hatter. You must be confident in you being a man, because another man telling a man he looks good shows me that you have a lot of confidence. You must be Howie Roseman's burner account. Look at Bob. Sills, the Cowboys suck. I'd rather have you talking to me about the Toronto Argonauts. Yeah, man. Big D Howie. Yes, sir. Listen to Easy Money now. Pivot to this guy. Easy Money, man. You're one of my favorite people on here. Sills, this Kit Carson's strong. He may have a Teletubby body, but I promise you, 67 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Hey, he may look like a Teletubby, but this dude can play. I promise you. Hour 3. Please hit the like button. We'll reset. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
Do you stream on a Roku, Fire Stick, Android TV, or Apple TV? Now you can watch 6ABC 24/7 with the 6ABC Philadelphia streaming app.
The big story on Action News.
Search 6ABC Philadelphia and start streaming today.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Lincoln Financial Field is home to more than just our hometown team. It's a landing place for dreams. Invest in the future of our students from all over Philadelphia and get an exclusive tour of the stadium at the Block's Aspire to Dreams Gala, hosted by Brian Taff of 6ABC. While we aspire to build, our students aspire to dream. Join us for the Block's Gala on Thursday, May 5th at Lincoln Financial Field. Seats are limited, so reserve yours today at blocks.org/gala.
In Philadelphia, we celebrated the miracle with pride only 5 years ago. And then the following morning, IBEW Local 98 members went back to work, building this city, rescuing our communities from decay, and inspiring the young men and women of the region to take pride in who we are. Like the Cats, Local 98 members believe in hope.
To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities with Local 98, visit us, ibew98.org.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Hour number 3, wide open, all for you guys. We'll be going back and forth with you guys here in this hour. Appreciate everybody coming aboard. By the way, let's see if we can get to 200 likes. I appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Thank you so much. By the way, I've got the Cleveland Browns fan base in their panties all in a bind. I tweeted this out at Dan Sileo show. I go like this. I said, hey, the only reason that Baker Mayfield is on the Browns roster right now is because the Browns don't want egg in their face on having to cut loose a number 1 overall pick and make it the worst draft choice in NFL history. And here's crybaby Brown fans. Well, he's not the worst. Courtney Brown was. Courtney Brown wasn't the number 1 overall pick. I don't think he was. Maybe he was. Okay? But look at who they start comparing him to. I call him Baker Couch, like Tim Couch. And they're like, Jamarcus Russell's the worst. I go, so Jamarcus Russell and Baker Mayfield. Congratulations. That's quite a duo. Hey, congratulations. Yo, okay, watch this. Hey, Marie. Okay, you win. Jamarcus Russell. Baker's next. Or how about this one even? Baker's in the top 5 conversations of the worst number 1 overall picks in history. Baker Couch. You're not the worst. He's not. How dare you say that? You're an idiot. Oh, okay. I'm the idiot and not the Browns for drafting him. Sills is the idiot. Oh, hey, Chris, man, another one. Ryan Leaf, Jamarcus Russell, Tim Couch, and Baker. Man, shit. Yeah, man, that's a pretty tough order to have to put in. Yeah, let me. Yeah. And by the way, Ryan Leaf wasn't the number 1 overall pick. He was the number 2 pick behind Peyton Manning. How could you pick on Baker? Well, he is making $18 million. It's not like he's going to go out the door not loaded. And he's still got the Progressive commercials. I know he's got no team. Yeah. RG3. Whew. RG3 was the rookie of the year. RG3 destroyed his game because they brought him back too soon. It was almost like the Kevin Durant injury with the Warriors. Washington screwed that kid up like they almost screwed up Trent Williams' career. I don't know about RG3, man. He got injured. RG3 was the rookie of the year. Kaepernick won an NFC championship and went to a Super Bowl. I think this guy's even got a Pro Bowl. I don't know, man. I don't think Kaepernick, I think, was a 3rd rounder. This guy was a number 1 pick. Johnny Manziel wasn't a number 1 pick. Number 1 pick overall. Jesus, criminy. I could pick a million flaky quarterbacks that were taken. Oh, man. You're embarrassing yourself. I love that line. Not Howie, though. You know how a president of the United States wins an election? He goes around to all, like, his constituents. No, you know, like when the Pope comes back, or no, not the Pope. When Caesar comes back and he's like conquered nations, I'm waiting for Howie to start doing this. I'll do this interview, this interview, this interview, this. I got you. Golf went to a Super Bowl, won an NFC championship. Went to a Pro Bowl. What are you talking about, dog? Jared Goff actually won ball games. That guy won a Super Bowl. Or, excuse me, that guy won an NFC championship. Al Baker won a playoff game. Yeah, so did Tebow. Okay. Let's listen to the general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles on with Angelo Cataldi on WIP. And the interview was so pro Howie. And by the way, once again, kidding aside, rightfully so. Rightfully so. Guys had a great offseason. And I'm not being sarcastic here. Okay? Not being sarcastic. Okay? Yeah, Xander, I do. Because I want everyone in this hour here to understand my premise here. Here's Howie on with Angelo.
Howie, I can't thank you enough for all this time. I just got one last question because your enthusiasm for your team right now is very clear to everyone. Do you have a roster? I realize it's not complete. There's still some things to do.
Definitely.
Do you have a roster right now that you think could compete for a championship?
Man, we're not getting into this in May. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's
I
all
look at our
about
roster,
this,
and all I'm
Howie.
thinking about is how we can keep improving. We'll talk in September. Hey, Angelo, I'm going to tell you one more thing, man.
Yep.
You and I, right? Like, we've been together a long time.
Yes.
I'm not going to be perfect, but I got you, bro. I got you. I promise. I got you. Right? You wanted one?
Yep.
I got you. I got you. Have a little faith. Have a little trust.
I gave you an A+ on the draft.
I don't care about the I don't care about
Howie.
the grades.
All
I got
right,
you
Howie.
covered.
That's radio gold. That's why Angelo's killed in that market. It's radio gold. Just between me and you. Number one show in Philly. Just between me and you. Hey, I got you. It's all right. That's all right. Hang in there. I got you. Angelo's like, I gave you an A+. I believe in the process. Yeah, that's right. The reason that he's been killing it for 30 some odd years and why they'll end up giving that job to some stiff and that guy will get killed and then the next guy will be better. Okay? Yeah. You never replace Angelo. You replace the guy that replaced Angelo. Okay? Trust me, man. I've replaced some people before. Thank God I was 10 times better than them. Okay, there was some guy like Hacksaw Hamilton in Southern California forever. I came in there, had 4 times the ratings than he did. Oh, yeah, but I was whatever, guy. It's back in the day when they used to write things down and send it in the mail. I listened to him. Yeah, okay. Now they got these people meters. Yeah. Hey, man. I'm not going to sit here and talk in May, man. Come on. We'll wait till September. And I got to hand it to Xander. Xander's right, man. Okay? Xander's right. I don't mind my GM right now acting the way he's acting. It's not over the top. It's fun. It's funny. Okay? Nah, Jeff. No, wait. Okay? No. Wait a minute. Marie, Howie is on the show. They're watching. We're not going to publish all the emails and text messages that I get from the PR department. And they're not bad, by the way. Only one was kind of shady. But the rest of them, how do you like me now? I'm like, because that's a song I know, but it's not September. Here's my only concern, okay? Dude, under promise, over deliver. Even Merril Reese said that, okay? Even Merril Reese said that. You don't want to be sitting around in May and gloating. However, how many days removed from the draft are we? It's not that far removed. He's feeling good about his He should feel good about his organization. And by the way, so should you. Okay? I'm having some fun here today. Okay? That's all I'm doing. Wouldn't you rather be, hey, who would you rather be right now? The Philadelphia Eagles having fun with your GM who had fun with Angelo on WIP? Or would you rather be the Texans and be completely miserable? Or how would you like to be a Jets? I know Joe Douglas has done a pretty good job the last 2 drafts. Well, we'll see if that translates into wins, though. Joe Douglas has done, hey, how about this? If the Jets don't win after the job that Joe Douglas has done the last 2 years, they'll never win. They'll never win. Okay? They'll never win. Texans had a solid draft. Thank God. Because there's nothing been solid about the Texans for the last 3 years. Thank God Nick Caserio parachuted in and they had a good draft. Because nothing has been right or solid with the Houston Texans, including their racist owner. I mean, nothing. Matt Hatter, Sills, who's better? Your Miami U or the 2021 Bulldogs defense? Well, let's see. We had one number 1 overall pick like they did. Russell Maryland went number 1 overall. Cortez Kennedy was a Hall of Famer. Jerome was on his way to being a Hall of Famer. Kevin Fagan started 9 years with the 49ers and won 3 Super Bowls. Stubbs won 2 Super Bowls and played 11 years. Bill Hawkins was a first-round draft choice. Winston Moss played 13 years. Benny Blades is a borderline Hall of Famer. Tough one. Okay, I don't know. I'll take my group because we were coached by Jimmy Johnson. You're coached by Kirby Smart. Not a bad coach, but I'll take the guy who's a Hall of Famer on the college and pro level. You see, Jimmy's done something that even Xander's boy couldn't do. Is Saban a better resume than Jimmy Johnson college football-wise? Yeah, but Jimmy's won a national championship as a player and coach. And he turned that around and won 3 Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboys. Nick couldn't coach in the NFL. Jimmy could. Not very many guys like that guy. I was coached by him. Okay. I was coached by a guy who succeeded at both levels. And by the way, do I think Jordan Davis is better than Jerome? No. No. No, I don't. He's not better than Cortez Kennedy. Those are Hall of Fame guys. Hall of Fame. Okay? We're talking college to college here. Both are damn great defenses. 5 guys. Hey, Daz, all kidding aside, 5 guys coming off a unit. Amazing. Ball, you think that Jordan Davis is going to be the pass rusher that Jerome was? He hasn't exhibited that at all yet in his entire 43-game career at Georgia. But that's going to translate into the NFL. Aaron Donald was a pass rusher at Pitt. You actually think that guy is going to be better than JB? Boy, I'll tell you, I hope he, watch this. I hope he is. I hope he is. We all hope he is. Let's take a look at the Cowboys. And by the way, I see some of you guys saying F the Cowboys. You have to beat teams in your division first. Why is that? You play them twice. If you don't rule your own nest, what's the point of talking about what you're going to do in the NFC? Okay? Maniac says, I'm glad you have confidence. I got you, Maniac. I got you. Hey, I got you. Oh, my God, I want T-shirts made. I got you. Hey, Angie. Hey, Angie, I got you. That's my new line from now on. I'm going to tell my wife that today. Hey, go get the garbage. I got you. Hey, pick up after yourself. I got you. Where'd you get that from? Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman? Yeah, he's going around telling everybody, gotcha. Here's the Cowboys draft and offseason. I don't even know who they picked up in the offseason. Who'd they get? Did anybody draft? Did the Cowboys pick up any free agents? 24th overall, Tyler Smith, OT Tulsa. Could have got the guy in the third round. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I tell you what, I think the kid they got from Ole Miss, that Sam Williams kid, that defensive end, my opinion, I think that's a good pick. I got you. Thank you, Andrew. Chew. I got that, Chuck. That would be great. Hey, and Kelly Green, gotcha. Oh, man. This wide receiver is not bad. Jalen Tolbert, I told you he's a pretty good player. One of my top 10 guys, South Alabama. He's pretty good. Not too bad. 4th round, Jake Ferguson, the tight end. 5th pick, they got an OT, the North Dakota kid. Ugh. The rest of these guys. This kid from LSU, this inside linebacker, Damon Clark, he's pretty good. I saw him play. Not bad, man. Pretty good inside player. Fills the gap well. He's a pretty good football player. This is not, I give it a C. But that's not good enough. I give the Cowboy draft a C. I give him a C. I agree. I think Tolbert's a player. I do. Mad Hatter, man. Dallas's draft is not. How about this? I can't say the Patriots had a bad draft because it's Belichick, but Jesus, man, I don't get the draft. Dallas sucks. Thank you, Rico. Yeah. Hey, Philly's like, hey, way to go, man. Jerry's got a lawsuit. There's some chick saying it's his daughter. I got you. Oh. Hey, maybe that's what she's saying to Jerry. I got you. Yeah. Oh, man. I got you. Good night, almighty. Dallas's draft was horrible. They got a good player. They got a good undrafted rookie player. It was very good 2 years. Last year, Indiana had no quarterback. Look, I say this with Dallas, man. I think Dallas has walked backwards. They are not a better football team than they were a year ago. And I think that's going to reflect on Dak's play. I do. I think you're going to see Dak walk back a bit. And then you're going to see Jerry go, shit, that ain't what I paid for. $45 million bucks. Okay? That's not going to cut it, man. Chris, the Ravens always absolutely destroy the draft. They're so good. They're my favorite They're my favorite than the Steelers on how they've done business in dealing with the draft. By the way, the man who's in charge of that draft for the Steelers is on tomorrow at 4:30. His name is Kevin Colbert. He's been on before, but the general manager of the Steelers will be on with us tomorrow. Then Thursday, we will have Keith Byers, and Friday, Keith Jackson. And we're going to fill in other guys too. I think we're going to get Beasley Reese on too this week. I'm working on getting my friend Beasley Reese. Aaron Donald, 6'1", 285, benches 500 pounds. D-Train. And he's a pass rushing demon. He knows leverage. He knows edges. That's why sometimes he takes himself out of plays because he runs around. It's not so much running around the block, but he plays points. You don't have to be a really great run stopper. And see, that's the deal here with Jordan Davis. You ready for this? Guys, Jordan Davis, if he turns into just a run stopper, Gary Cobb yesterday was right. He's got to be a tad bit more productive than just being a run stopper. Do we not agree? He's got to be a little bit more than that. He's got to be effective in the pass rush, get the middle push. That Hassan Reddick run wild out there. I do absolutely. Hey, would it shock you guys if Hassan Reddick had the best year of anybody that was brought in? I don't know what A.J. Brown is going to bring to the team. I really don't. I believe he's going to bring a lot of productivity. Okay? Let me tell you something, Dank. If he can get 5 sacks, he's gold. You're right. If Jordan Davis ends the season with 5 sacks, boy, I'll tell you, he's on his way. I'd love to see 5 sacks. And I think they're going to put him in a position. Okay? Hey, Chris, I think Reddick should be a double-digit sack guy this season. And Pickens, I think that's going to be formidable. I think the Philadelphia Eagles getting pressure up the middle is also going to help the Kobe Dean. I think it's going to help that linebacking core a lot more. Here's a problem, though, that I see. Okay? Here's a problem that I see, though, in what they're going to – how much does anybody know how much Hargrave is making annually? How much is Hargrave making? Because he looks like the odd guy out. What is Javon Hargrave's annual salary for 2022? Okay, he's 12.7. Merril said he believes that Jordan Davis is going to start. Over who? Fletcher? Are you going to move a $14.4 million guy to the third guy and to the bench? Hargrave makes $12.7 million bucks. Look at what you have wrapped up in 2 defensive tackles. You got $28 million wrapped up in 2 tackles. Chris, I'm saying you got $28 million. Davis can't play on the perimeter. He can't play in a 7 technique or in a 5 technique. You're not gonna move him outside. There's not a chance in hell. Him being the size he is and questions on his conditioning, are you going to move him to set the edge? Absolutely no way. Absolutely not. He cannot set the edge. Rotating Fletcher. So you're going to rotate a guy you're paying $14.4 to. Okay. Yeah, I want to do that again here. Remember, money plays a factor in the decision-making on who plays. Okay, 14.4 and 12.7. You got $27.1 million bucks wrapped up in 2 dudes. And you're going to turn one of those guys into a situational pass rusher? Xander, once again, is right on Howie here. Okay, so you're a capologist and you're a master at handling your cap. Here's the deal, though. Fletcher's on a 1-year contract, which saves this conversation a little. And Davis is on a rookie contract. But you got two dudes, $27 million. They're not going to put one guy that's making all that cash and tell Fletcher Cox to go suck on ice on the bench on third down when Fletcher's probably a better pass rusher than Jordan Davis is. He's shown that. I get the rotation, but the rotation is this. So you drafted a guy. What was he picked? 12? 11? You drafted a guy for first and second down? I don't know. This was my pick. I'm happy with the pick. But you got to figure this out here if you're Jonathan Gannon. Chris says first and second down. So you spent a first 13. Thank you, Israel. So you spent a first-round pick on the 13th pick in the draft to play him only situationally on first and second down? You see the dilemma a little bit here. You can't call it a great pick if he's only playing rundowns. If I'm drafting that kind of player, I want him at the 20s, down at 25, not 13. That's a tick outside the top 10. You don't take top 10 guys out on third down when it's a third down league. Jeff, I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying what he is right now. And let's see if we have to hope he develops into that. Jeff, now what? Jeff, we're talking about him here and who he is today, where his feet are. You got two players making $28 million between them. You got one guy who's not a pass rusher who has to develop into that. And you're only going to play him on first and second down and you drafted him 13th? That's an issue. You're in a third down league today. You're not in a first and second down league any longer. What did Joss say on my show about a month ago? He would never run the ball if he was quarterbacking today. He would never. Cox is gone next year. Let's worry about 2022. Israel says it's not an issue putting the 13th player on the bench on third down. Okay. Andrew says, no. Use him on all three downs. Just rotate. Okay, so who you taking out on third down? Hardgrave or Fletcher? One guy's making 14. The other guy's making 13. You're taking one of those guys out of the game and putting him on the bench because why? Davis, you're hoping, turns into a better pass rusher than them? Okay. See, Marie, that's right. If he turns into Vita Vea, me too. Me too. See, what I'm going to do, unlike Howie, and I've been kidding around the first 2 hours here, I'm not going to take a victory lap on the kid until I see the kid grow. In 43 football games at Georgia, he had 19 and a half TFLs. His sack total was 9 in 43 games. 9 sacks in 43 games is terrible. Now, it could be the way they used him. It could be the fact that his weight. I'll tell you something here, okay? I'll tell you something. I thought that Jordan Davis was a fat ass in the Southeastern Conference Championship game. I thought he came back in better shape for the national championship game, and it showed. He was active. Weight is going to be an issue for him. I don't think he can get above 335 and be productive in the NFL. If he's up there near 340, 350, they'll take him out on third down. He's a hand fighter. Okay? He was a problem And Xander watched all 60 minutes of both those games. Alabama handled him in the SEC title game. They handled him. National championship game, he was productive, active. That whole front seven was. Jacoby Dean ran sideline to sideline. He wants to be, if he's 330, Dank, and plays there between what D-Train is saying and 330, that's going to help him massively. Massively. Xander says they needed 2 guys on him at all times. He was a handful for the Tide. Yeah, in the national title game. Not so much in the SEC title game. I thought he was out of shape. I thought he was out of shape for the SEC title game. I think that Georgia team showed up and thought that Alabama was just going to show up. Alabama put it to them. Then in an SEC title game, they knew they had to play 60 minutes of. You're never going to beat Alabama playing 50 minutes of football. That's one of those teams. Look, when I played on those great teams, there were teams that you had to play 60 minutes against, and there were teams sometimes you could play a half, 30 minutes of ball. Here, watch this. When you played against those Oklahoma teams, those Switzer teams, or Auburn with Bo, or Florida State teams back in the day with Bobby Bowden and those great Gator teams, you had to play 60 minutes of football. Man, it was going to come down to the last possession. You had to play hard. But when you're playing against other teams, West Virginia, shit teams like that, you could play a half and kill them and put them to sleep. You don't have to play. And Alabama, how many games did they play last year where they were playing their guys half games? Same thing with Georgia. Georgia was putting teams to sleep. You get into a rut a little bit. You know what that means? You're not playing a full 60. You don't keep the intensity up all the time. That's a coaching issue too sometimes. I think Kirby Smart got out coaching that SEC title game. He didn't have his team prepared. You get in those championship games, man, it's 60 minutes of ball. Don't be surprised when the other team shows up. That's a you thing. Okay? Patriot never happened. They would be annihilated by the Jaguars. They would be annihilated. Every time I see that comment, they would be annihilated. The coach couldn't hang in the NFL. What makes you think the players are going to? Versus professional football players. The coach was out-coached by NFL guys. Okay? He was. Facts. Even though I do think the biggest mistake that Saban made as a coach, and by the way, he was 2-2 against Belichick when he was the Dolphins head coach. I do think this, though. If he had made the right choice by getting Breeze instead of Dante Culpepper, I don't think Nick Saban would be at Alabama right now. And there would have been a 20-year battle between Drew Brees and Tom Brady and Belichick and Saban in the AFC East. Would have changed the entire complex of how that whole dynasty looked. If Saban, and more importantly, the Dolphins had chose the right quarterback. That came down to a quarterback decision on why Saban really failed. Okay? Coach is 500. Great. Great. So is Nick Sirianni. Hey, great comparison. And so, hey, to me, it came down to the decision at quarterback. And this is where and why Saban left the Dolphins. Because there were 25 guys. I was there. There were 25 guys in the building that had some type of say with ownership. And they were telling the owner, Dante Culpepper, Dante Culpepper, Dante Culpepper. Saban wasn't sold on him. Saban wanted to go into the draft because he didn't like Dante. But everyone, and by the way, not getting Breeze, nobody thought he was going to recover from that injury against Kansas City at the end of the year. Dr. Andrews had to put him back together. And for the record, I think Sean Payton got lucky. And it was like Humpty Dumpty being put back together, and Breeze goes on to this iconic career in New Orleans. Nobody on the planet saw that. But if the Saints had signed Culpepper and they had signed Peyton or they had signed Drew Brees, I think Nick Saban would have won a Super Bowl. Brandon, I agree. It wasn't Saban's call. It was the owner's call. They wanted Dante Culpepper because he went to UCF. And there were a lot of people in the state that loved the kid. And remember, his knee was injured, and he wasn't a runner. Brees' shoulder was broken. It was tattered. They had to string it all together, man. He's got like tendons in there that are not even his. Dude, if Davis is 360, there's a problem. Eagles really need another corner. Hey, you know what, though, Marie? Is there a team in the NFL that's complete right now? Right? There's not very many teams because of the salary cap. Well, let me take a look at the New York Giants. We're going to look at the Giants draft here after the timeout here. Hit the like button. Guys, you've been great. Having a lot of fun here today. I appreciate everybody, really, the way they've been so far here, man. Please hit that like button. We're looking at the Giants draft and their offseason and where they're heading. We'll do that next. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
Stream on a Roku, Fire Stick, Android TV, or Apple TV? Now you can watch 6ABC 24/7 with the 6ABC Philadelphia streaming app.
The big story on Action News.
Search 6ABC Philadelphia and start streaming today.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
7 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Lincoln Financial Field is home to more than just our hometown team. It's a landing place for dreams. Invest in the future of our students from all over Philadelphia and get an exclusive tour of the stadium at the Block's Aspire to Dreams Gala, hosted by Brian Taff of 6ABC. While we aspire to build, our students aspire to dream. Join us for the Block's Gala on Thursday, May 5th at Lincoln Financial Field. Seats are limited, so reserve yours today at blocks.org/gala.
In Philadelphia, we celebrated the miracle with pride only 5 years ago. And then the following morning, IBEW Local 98 members went back to work, building this city, rescuing our communities from decay, and inspiring the young men and women of the region to take pride in who we are. Like the Cats, Local 98 members believe in hope.
To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities with Local 98, visit us, IBEW98.org.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Big Sil's got you. National Football Show. Hit the like button, man. I've had so much fun with that, man. I seriously. Hey, so I'm drinking my coffee this morning and I'm listening to the interview, and it was typical stuff. I mean, look, Angelo's he's not gonna ruffle any feathers. Then he started sneaking them in. Howie. He did it at the end, which is brilliant always. You know, you give him the kind of the pats on the ass, pats on the head. Out the door. Hey, you think you got a Super Bowl roster? Come on, Angie. Angie. See, again, this is how I hear it. Come on, Angie. I'm not going to sit around on May 3rd talking about, I'll tell you in September. You know, you won't tell September. How will you know if you have a Super Bowl contending team in September? How will you know? After game one? Talk to me in December on whether or not you're going to play January football or not, right? Jeff Howie's the man. He is, man. He's going around. How do I look? I know my draft looks good. How's my team look? My team looks good. I look good. I look good, don't I? Look at my team, man. You think you could win a Super Bowl? We know each other. Hey, watch this. Watch this. I'm going to tell you guys this. Listen here. You guys have been listening to me now for a long time. Right, Dank? Trust the process. Just trust the process. Oh, no. Dang, come on, man. Woo. Guys feeling frosty. Give him credit, absolutely. Can Joe, I got you too. Patriot, Patriot. He was having fun with Angelo. Oh, no, dude. And by the way, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just, this is how I see it. No way, man. Honest to God. Hey, Xander even said it before he even went on the air. Sills, he should do it. Yes. Have you heard me one time? Well, I kind of said I would like to see him under promise and over deliver. I did say that. And so did, by the way, Merril Reese. Merril Reese said that too. So I wasn't the only one. In Howie we trust. Look at Dank. Look at that, man. Howie Pied Piper got Dank walking in line now. Yeah, baby. In your opinion, Epps is a backup to the Eagles. Is it? Yes. They still need to work on that C2. They need to work on a CB2 for sure. Okay? They do. Howie Vision. Gotcha. That's a great name for a radio segment. The Gotcha segment. Better start out 4-2, bro. You better not be 2-5 like you were out of the gate, because someone's going to get you. Not gotcha. Get you. Better not be some 2-5 start. Right? Howie, baby. Wow. What's next? Let me guess. Be an article in the Inquirer. Pick the oldest fart you have on that staff. He'll write it. And a guy will go like this. Oh, man, this guy's one. He got you. What? Sorry, I didn't get that. He got you. Just pick a dude. They range from 89 to like 25. I can't get over. I got you. Trust the process. It's funny, man. Kayvon. I think Kayvon Thibodeau was somebody that the Eagles were also looking at. And they got him at 5. Isn't it funny? He didn't fall. But the only problem I have with Kayvon Thibodeau, here's a guy that kind of gets concerned that if he breaks a nail, his brand gets injured a little bit. or if his towel's not hanging right, or his jersey doesn't look good, or his socks aren't up high enough. It's a reflection of his brand. Son, you got to go out and play ball first before you can build a brand. So if I can get over that kind of stuff, I'm all right with that pick. I think he's a good football player, but the kid's working on his brand. You know why he chose Oregon? Because he wanted to go to Oregon because of Nike. That's the only reason he went. It's a good reason. That's not a bad reason. You're one up on everybody else. That's not a bad reason. Going to Oregon because of Nike. But shit, dude, go out and play first, man. Then you can work on your brand or whatever the hell that means. You know what your brand is? Your stat line. How well your team does. How many years you play in the league. That's your brand. Not going in there like you're some prom queen. This guy wants to be a prom queen. Hey, how do I look? I don't care how you look, dude. Go play ball. Kayvon Thibodeau, the New York Giants prom queen. Right? Jeff says, Big Sills, if it doesn't work out this year, Howie will get Bryce Young next year. He's got you, bro. Hey, Marie, you should be excited for the season. I think it's going to be great things for the Eagles this year. I think they do own the East, too, by the way. So they get Thibodeau, then they get Evan Neal at number 7. It was position needs. Then they get a wide receiver, Wan'Dale Robinson. If you saw this kid play at Kentucky, you'd be pretty impressed with him. First 3 picks for the Giants are pretty decent. Then they got a guard from North Carolina. I think North Carolina was a pretty good run football team. They had 2 backs that were pretty good running backs the last 2 years. Just ask Miami. They got that cornerback from LSU. He's really good. 3rd round, 81 pick. The Giants had a nice little draft. This kid, Daniel Bellinger, this tight end from San Diego State, I watched him. It was a pick that they acquired from Cincinnati. He's pretty good. Man, they had a ton of picks. I would probably say the Giants also had a B- C+. So what does this all mean here? The Eagles didn't really lose anybody. Thank you, Will. Thank you. That's a compliment, man. Thank you very much. Means a lot to all of us. I think that's why the Eagles watch it, and that's why the Sixers do. Daryl Morey is a great friend of ours. Joe Girardi, he goes, I hear you want me fired. I go, I do not want you fired. But you can't be 11-11 or whatever it was, 500 in April. You can't be 500 in April, bro. Not in Philly. You could be 500 in San Diego, not Philly. You know this, though. He knows this. You could be 500 with the Mets, not in Philly. The Eagles didn't lose anybody, okay? They've gained quality players, Hassan Reddick, Jordan Davis, Jacoby Dean, A.J. Brown. Those 4 players being added to I would say this. You went from a C+ roster to a solid B. And do you know how many A+, how many A+ rosters do you think there are in the NFL? Name me one. I'd like to know what you think an A+ roster looks like. What's an A+ roster? Show me an A+ roster. Show me an A+ roster. Randy, I love Canada. Played some ball up there too, Randy. You think the Rams are an A+ roster? No way. They got issues in the O-line. Their defensive ends now. Who's rushing the passer at the end position for the Rams. The linebackers are mediocre. You got Jalen Ramsey back there in the secondary. Okay? You got Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, which is good. I would call that an A roster. I don't think there's one A. The Bills. Frederick, the Bills. Didn't the Bills draft a running back? Didn't the Bills draft a running back? I think that's all they needed. Okay? To me, the Bills may have the Bills may have the best roster. Rico, I think the Bucs are a little, if Gronk doesn't come back, I don't know what the tight end position is going to look like. They had a player in the O-line retire. I don't know if Sue's coming back. It's close. It's another A roster. Oh, that's right. Hey, Sec 1, that's right. They got Dalvin Cook's brother, didn't they? They got Dalvin Cook's brother. Dude, the Bills are pretty close to being an A-plus roster. My point is, there's very few A-plus. Look, the Packers go from an A to a B-plus. You lose Devontae Adams, and you lose one of your linebackers, there's some issues there. The Cowboys have gone from a B-plus roster maybe to a C-plus, let alone a B-minus. Okay, there's holes. So, I mean, when we're talking about the CB2 on the Eagles and maybe a free safety or strong safety, yeah. Hey, I think that's a great comment. Now after what this offseason has meant, let's circle back to what Howie said about, and maybe what Angelo even said. The Chiefs, you're not losing Tyreek Hill and think Juju Schuster's filling the bill for that. You're not thinking that. That's right. Okay, Rico, right. They're moving down. After what the Eagles have added this offseason, how many players away now do you think they are from being, how about this, a true Super Bowl contender? Because I don't think anybody really thinks they're a Super Bowl contending team this year. Okay? You still have Patrick Mahomes. True. Packers still have Aaron Rodgers. Let's always weigh that in, too. Matt Hatter says 2. Eagles have youth. Different than the 17 team, for sure. Brandon, I still think Mahomes is special. Anything can happen in the playoffs. You're a prime example of that. GT says 4 players. 252. We are 5 away. You know how close that is? Do you know how close that is? Dude, you're right there then. 5 players? Shit, man. You had 4 added. By the way, all 4 of these players that you added, I'm not talking the tight end and all that, maybe. But the 4 players you added, you know who I'm talking about. Reddick, Brown, Dean, Davis. These guys are all going to play. These guys are all going to be factors. You add another 4 players next year, a great corner. Okay? But this is really all going to come down to Jalen. Let's be real here. Howie's had a hell of an offseason. But you know what really sucks? There's still one glaring question that has not been answered. Is Jalen Hurts the future? All the N'Kobe Deans, all the Jordan Davises, until we know he's the guy, talking about Super Bowls and NFC championship games and I got yous and all that stuff, which was fun today, okay, which was fun. But at the end of the day, like Merril said, September's right around the corner here. This is going to come down to Jalen Hurts, plain and simple. Jalen Hurts goes out and balls and has 4,200 yards. He's responsible for 25 touchdowns. They win the division. They win a playoff game. And we're talking about 3 or 4 players away from being a true Super Bowl contending team. Because quite frankly, this, guys, I'm going to make this point to you. I don't want to be just the best team in the NFC because that's not going to get me what I need. Being the best team in the NFC, okay, is not good enough. Now, you'll go, the Rams did it. Agreed. But Jalen Hurts is not Matthew Stafford. Okay? We got to be better than those AFC contending teams. Because 4,200 yards, GT, is 250 yards passing. If we can't put 250 yards passing up per game, come on, man. This is a passing league. Look, we had a ton of fun today. Please hit the like button. Tomorrow, by the way, no sources and no inside sources, big sills. We'll have the general manager of the Steelers on at 4:30, Kevin Colbert. And I'm sure we'll have someone else added to the mix there too. Please hit the like button. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much. Hey, I know you guys want me to go another hour, but we'll catch you tomorrow going 3 to 6 Eastern time. It's been a privilege once again. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll catch you on the flip side.